Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So on today's video we are heading out to Lazybones, but this is actually going to be a double bubble video. So we'll start off at Lazybones Boot Fair, and then we'll be transitioning over to the Thamesmead Boot Fair. So I actually went there yesterday, so I've already filmed the footage for that. And I will say it was a very interesting trip. You'll probably see in the thumbnail that it did not go by without some drama. But I did get a holy grail find, and I'm absolutely over the moon with it. And yeah, so hopefully we're able to get a couple more bits today from Lazybones, because I have been to the normal Sunday boot fair this morning as well, and literally just could not find anything. It's probably the first time ever I've gone there and I've not found anything for either gaming or resale. So yeah, really hoping that we're able to find a couple of good bits at Lazybones today. So yeah, it's coming up to about 10 to 9. So hopefully we'll be let in within the next sort of half hour or so, and then yeah, we'll get out and see what we can find. What's on that?
35.
How much?
35.
35.
That's only because I haven't got the adapter.
The power supply. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to think about that one.
Volt thing, though.
What's that, sorry?
Only a 9-volt thing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cheers for that, mate.
I need a couple of blankets for the boys.
You need a what, sorry?
A couple of blankets for the boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lego fire upstairs.
Huh?
Some Lego weekends. Yeah.
Cheers, mate. How much did you have on your games?
Sorry?
How much did you have on your games?
£2.
£2?
Yeah.
Alright, cheers.
Thank you. What's the most Yeah, really good. £15 for the machine and for the Oh no.
Shoe.
2 sets. You alright?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I didn't think you'd come with them.
Yeah, of course we are.
50p for both.
You alright there? What's your nose to?
Sorry?
What should you have on nose to?
£2 for the game. £6 for all of it.
Do 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look at the other games.
Yeah, sorry mate.
What is this?
Hot air styler on the back. Yeah, sorry, you
Found one little thing that I think no one spotted, but I don't know if it's working.
okay. Probably not then.
That's the game now.
For what?
That game. What's up there?
Yeah. Do you know what it's for?
No. Imagine. Atari.
Yeah,
Okay.
2600. Yeah, mate, how much do you have in your game?
Go for that.
Pounds? That sounds like a deal to me.
India. Just wait for them. They're going to take it off. Bring more.
For one. 50p.
Are you taking them, Ralph? Careful.
You want to take it all? Pay them. I'll buy how much for a whole type of PlayStation.
How much is that? All of the PlayStation.
You want the whole lot in the whole box? Yep, yep.
£20, my friend. On what? On the jet wash. How much have you got on your ear for?
21?
20.
Yeah. Front there would have been used.
That one, 20 quid for that. You having all that? You having all that?
Well, yeah, I'm assuming so. I'm just waiting to
How much you got on it?
20 quid. I think there's another bag on there. Yeah, yeah.
You got another bag?
What do you have on those for?
2 quid.
2 quid?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think there is more on there later.
Okay.
There's another bag, I think.
Yeah, it'll be
Do you know what? All PlayStation?
I think it's all computer stuff, yeah. I'm sure.
I'll be very
I
interested in
don't know
it.
if it's anything. If I put it to the side when they get to it,
Yeah?
it's in a big black bag.
Yeah,
Put
one.
it there, then when you come back round, if you just remind me.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, mate.
All right.
Get you some change.
Yeah, one.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
Give it to you. Right, how much for that whole bag?
Ah, okay.
Oh, no. Don't worry, I will get
It's all right to come over and have a look?
you. Go on, mate.
I'll take it.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. I bought the old bag, mate. Don't worry about it.
It's all right to have a look?
No, I bought the bag.
Huh?
I bought it.
Oh, you just bought it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, there, mate. How much you have on these two?
1470. 2014 iPhone.
Yeah, that's all right. More than what I'm looking for. Cheers, mate.
Tomorrow night,
You all right there, mate?
coming home.
It's all right if I have a look at your bag of games.
Go insane.
I can come round, it's fine.
You can't blame me for don't.
Let's have a look at that. What did you pull out?
What?
What do you want for the whole bag?
Eh?
What do you want for the whole bag?
I've got the console in there as well to go with them.
Console.
All right.
How much is this box here? Like that, like.
He said he was bringing some games.
Huh?
He said he was bringing some games. and stuff.
Yeah.
minute and I'll give the box back.
That's why I brought you over.
Hmm?
That's why I brought you over.
Hmm.
and Henry boy today.
No, what's happening?
How much got on your little portable player back?
Aye.
Oh, how much got on that?
15 quid.
15.
That's something you'd be interested in?
No, I've got about 4 of them, mate.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, just be the bag that I'm interested in.
What about the console?
No, I've got loads of them sitting at home.
How many's there? Mark?
Yeah.
Count how many's there.
Right, that's...
I'll count them out.
Give me all of them out in one go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 32 there.
32. How much? How much?
I'd have said a tenner.
What? Hello. You're having a laugh, aren't you? You're having a laugh.
No, not really. It's...
I told them three for a fiver.
No, they're not. A lot of these aren't worth a fiver.
Oh, no, don't worry about them. That's all flexible now. Put them on eBay.
They're not going on eBay, they're going into a collection.
You know what? I went to Fully Playable Games. We can get it for that market price.
Yeah, no, I'll give him a miss. Cheers, mate.
Sister, where is the phone?
1 minute, I have a lot of something 20.
Okay.
Sorry, can I squeeze past?
Okay.
Cheers.
You don't understand. Yeah, but you see, you don't understand.
I have remote. Yes. Remote control. I give you remote, one remote. Yes. 20 pounds this first price. 20 pounds.
I will bring it back.
I have another one smaller.
Sorry, mate, I've got that.
No, I've got
Oi.
so this one is...
Whoa, calm it.
Look, I have another one.
All right, thank you.
I have...
Hello.
Yes. I have a different one. Look at this one. I have
Yeah, it's all right. I'm
I
just
have
sort of...
another one.
Yeah.
You see, this game there. I have the cocoa. Okay, I have something. Wait, please.
I think that one's good. That one's good.
20.
Huh? Well, it looks all intact, that's what I'm saying. So that one's obviously missing the button.
This one you need?
So. Oh, okay.
Co to te zelește?
Na potirok prețul, nu sprai.
Cu pelesc că genul motorul, n-am mai șule coste.
No coming today.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
This one is 25. How much you offer, boss? I have another one small. Smaller.
30 pounds.
Go on. No, go on. Yeah. What would you?
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay, let me discount this 20 pounds. This one is coming this
Yep.
50, 40, this 20, this one stable 30, this one 40 pounds and charger.
Oh, okay, I'll leave that then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This one 20, if you like it. This one tablet 10 pounds each.
£10.
Yes.
And what did you have on these ones?
This one like 90 pounds.
20.
No 20. No.
Sorry?
Not 20.
How much? I couldn't hear what you said.
90. The two.
90. Okay.
80 last price.
Yeah, no, that's no good for me.
How much you offer?
Pe la sushi te-am înțeles.
How much?
The fact of not knowing whether they work, that's the big problem for me.
Okay, leave this one.
so-
Give to me. Give me this one. Okay. What do I like it?
Okay, what about that one?
It's 20 pounds.
20?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, I'll grab that one.
20. You run?
I'll leave that one.
Okay.
I'll grab that one.
You have any kind here?
No, go on, you tuck in, mate.
The tablet you don't need?
No, I'd normally get them.
5 pounds each.
I'll do £5 each.
5 pounds each.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I have lots. Wait, if you need it.
There you go.
And for this, how much you offer? Tell me. This.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I'll leave that
This
one.
box, how much you want?
What's your guys?
Wait a minute. 25.
How much? Sorry, 25. Okay. All right, I'll pop back.
Alright.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot for that. Right. Okay, so that is going to wrap it up for our trip out to probably our most dramatic boot fairs. But yeah, I will go through the incident, shall we say, at Thamesmead a bit later on in the video. For now, let's dive into some of the pickups. Let's get the happy bits out the way. So the first couple of bits are some bits that I actually got off Nicky, and he actually just gave them to me, and got a whole stack of PSP games as well as a sealed PS3 game. So diving in, first one that we've got is on the PSP, is it Luminous? So this is a Tetris-like puzzle where basically you've got to make blocks of like 4 or more squares. Yeah, it was quite an interesting one. Obviously playing it to capture the footage for the video, and yeah, it was an okay puzzle game. Do you know what I mean? It's not anything major, didn't blow my socks off, but still not a bad game. So as I say, Nicky just gave me all of these PSP games, so it goes for £1 at CEX, £4 on eBay. Then we've got Pro Stroke Golf. And I have to say, once I actually learned how to play it, because yeah, it was a completely different control scheme from any other golf game I've ever played. And basically, you use the L and R buttons, so you build up your backswing, I think, with the L, and then as soon as you reach 100%, you let that go and immediately press the R for your downswing. And yeah, it was a really weird one. But once I actually learned how to do it. It's actually a really good way to sort of play a golf game. So yeah, I was actually really impressed with this. Really enjoyed it. I actually played, it was like about 3 holes I played on it. So yeah, really enjoyed that. That goes for 75p at CEX, £4 on eBay. Then we've got EA Fight Night Round 3. And I will say, I much prefer this version to the likes of the PS3 version. Reason for that is this doesn't use, on the PS3 version, it uses some weird Like, you've got to use, like, it's combinations on the thumbsticks, and yeah, I just hate it. I was like, just give me buttons to press to do particular moves. And obviously with obviously with the PSP not having dual thumbsticks, they couldn't do that. So yeah, this was all tied to sort of button presses, and yeah, much prefer playing it like that. The only issue with this one is it doesn't come with the manual, unfortunately. But on CEX it goes for £4, and then it goes for £10 on eBay. Then next up we've got Tomb Raider I'm going to be able to speak soon. Lara Croft Tomb Raider Legend. So yeah, this one, I think I've played this on another console. Yeah, it's a Tomb Raider game. I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of the early Tomb Raider games. The control scheme just annoys me. And yeah, I just can't get on with it. I will admit, like, I've played all the Tomb Raider games, but if I actually choose to play one, it's the more modern sort of remake series. I just find that is just so much easier to play. I know, I've probably got to give up my sort of gaming credentials now, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the early Tomb Raiders. But for this one, we didn't have it in the collection, so that was one of the reasons why I grabbed it. £5 on CEX and eBay. Then next up we've got Space Invaders Evolution. So yeah, once again, it was a Space Invaders game. I didn't have it, and actually I really enjoyed playing it. So I basically played when I was capturing the footage for the video, you'll see that it was just the sort of the old style Space Invaders. And I'll be honest, I'm sorry to say, but I've never actually played Space Invaders properly. Having played it, might have tried it a couple of times when I was younger, died fairly quickly, and then just gave up on it. But yeah, I would admit I really enjoyed playing it when I was capturing the footage for the video. So yeah, I think that's definitely going to be a regular in my PSP. That one goes for £4 at CEX, £9 on eBay. And then by far the best game in this stack, and that is EA Replay. So this is a sort of collection of games from EA's past. So we've got Mutant League Football, Road Rash 1 and 2, Wing Commander, and then there was also a Wing Commander expansion in there as well. You've got Syndicate, you've got Desert Strike, you've got Jungle Strike. Am I missing any? Haunting starring Poltergeist, Ultimate, The Black Gate, Virtual Pinball. Oh, sorry, Road Rash 1, 2 and 3. Wing Commander and Wing Commander Secret Missions. Budokan. So yeah, absolutely loads of games on it. And I would admit, I thoroughly enjoyed playing Desert Strike on this. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, that is definitely one that I'm going to be playing a lot more of. So yeah, looking forward to getting my teeth back into things like Desert Strike. That one goes for £12 at CEX, £20 on eBay, and I can really see why it is worth every penny of that. So yeah, really chuffed to have that one in the collection. And then the last bit that I got from Nikki, as I said, it was a sealed PS3 game, and that is Brink. Now, I've got Brink. I've got it on the 360 and the PS3, but I've never actually played it. So playing it to capture footage for this, yeah, it's not my sort of game. So basically, it is a sort of team shooter, and I'll be honest, I've just never got into team shooters. I've played things like Left 4 Dead and everything like that, and for me, they just get boring so quickly. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of it, but the fact that it was sealed, so I thought, you know what, we'll add it into the collection. I'm going to keep it sealed because, as I say, I have already got a copy in the collection. So yeah, I won't be doing much with it, let's say that. So looking it up online, it goes for £1 at CEX. Obviously that's in pre-owned condition, but in sealed condition it goes for about £15 on eBay. So yeah, like, nice to have those in the collection. A couple that are definitely going to be playing, and a couple that will probably just become shelf fillers. Right, so next up we are going to move on to Lazybones boot fair. So this was the first boot fair that we had in the video. I think when I'd done the intro, I said that we were doing Lazybones first, then Thamesmead. But yeah, however it comes out, Lazybones was going to be the first one in the video. And this first one actually once again was credited to Nicky, because he pointed it out, he saw it and come and grabbed me, and I immediately sort of bought it. And that is Star Voyager on the 2600. So yeah, asked the seller what he wanted for it. He just said £1. So I was like, for an Atari car all day long, here you go, take my money, thank you very much. Looking it up online, it only goes for £7.50 on eBay, but even still, it is a 2600 cart. Anytime I see them out in the wild, I will always grab them if they're a reasonable price, and at £1 you can't really complain at that, can you? Then next up we have got a PS4 game. So it's the first and only PS4 game actually today. So yeah, we didn't get too many of those in this hunt, and that is Homefront: The Revolution. So yeah, I've played the original Homefront. I think it was on the 360, and I would admit I really enjoyed them. This game I thought was superb. It was one of those games where I'm like, I'll just get to the next bit, or I'll just go to the next bit, or I'll stop at the next bit, and then I carry on going. So yeah, I think capturing my 10 minutes of gameplay, I probably ended up about half an hour on this. So yeah, this is definitely one that we're going to be going back to. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. Obviously it's by Deep Silver, a studio that I absolutely love for the original, were they original Dead Island? I think they were, and then they moved on to Dying Light. So yeah, some really good sort of shooters, sort of zombie type games, and yeah, definitely looking forward to getting my teeth into that one. So we paid £2 for that. Looking it up online, it goes for £3 at CEX, £4 on eBay. And I think that's actually a bit criminal that it's that low. It's actually I can't speak highly of it. It's really a really good game. Right, so next up we've got two PS1 games, and these are actually ones that I got off one of the resellers there, and while he was going round, he actually got a massive bundle of PS1 games. So yeah, he sort of pulled me over to his car, showed me what he had, and there was one in here that I bought off him, and then this next one, so that is Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And basically this was just case and manual. It was no disc, so he literally just gave it to me. It was like, hopefully you collect, so you could probably do something with it. And do something with it I did, because I managed to go online and found someone that was selling just the disc, but the disc was scratched, so it needed to go through the CD restorer. It's gone through there and it works perfectly now. So yeah, I basically paid £8.27 for the disc off eBay, and that's basically all I'm into for Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which I'm really chuffed at. So yeah, this is gladly going into the collection. Looking it up online, in complete condition, CEX it goes for £18, and on eBay it goes for around £30. I will admit the eBay prices were really all over the shop. There was some up to sort of like £80, there was some down to like £20, so I just sort of took a medium price on it. But yeah, really happy to have that in the collection. Then the other one, this was the one that I did actually buy off him, and I'm going to butcher the name because I've looked it up so many times I've already forgotten how to pronounce it. As Kordelka, I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah, I'm going to go Kordelka, I think that's right. So yeah, I saw this in the box. I recognise the name. It's not one that I've actually sort of played or anything like that, and just feels like, yeah, one of the discs is loose. So yeah, I'd heard of it, never played it, but I did recognise the cover. as one that was worth picking up. So yeah, I grabbed it off him, got it for £35, which was the same price it was going for at both CEX and eBay. But it didn't have the instructions, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm going to try and track these down so that I can have it complete. Looking online, it's got a very mixed reception. Some people say that it's the best RPG on the PS1. Others say that it is just falls short of being the best RPG. So yeah, it's got a really mixed sort of impression on it. The bit that I played of it, it was okay. I will admit I got a bit frustrated with the controls. They just didn't feel, it was tank controls, but it didn't feel as intuitive as like the Resident Evil tank controls. So yeah, it's probably one that I'm going to have to spend a bit more time with. But as I say, from what I have played on it, it looks like a really impressive game. Just think I need to spend a bit more time with it. Right, so next up we have got a couple of bits that one of the other collectors from the boot fair reached out to me to see if I'd be interested in. So yeah, I did pick up quite a bit from him. So to start off with, we've got a couple of VHSs, and the first one that we've got is Biker Mice from Mars, Road Ravens. And yeah, I love this series. It was a series that I watched as I was growing up, and yeah, anytime I can get hold of the VHSs, I will always pick them up. I think I've got about 4 in the collection at the moment. So yeah, I'm just I need to sort of sit down, have a look at what ones I've got, what ones I need, and then yeah, keep my eye out for them going forwards. So that one, I paid £2 for that. Looking it up online, it goes for about £9. Then another series that I grew up with, and that is Defenders of the Earth, the movie. So yeah, this is basically a Flash Gordon sort of spin-off series, and yeah, it is an absolutely brilliant series. It is one of the cartoons where I always remember the intro, and whenever it comes on, I will always sing along to it. It's absolutely brilliant. So for that one, we paid £1 for that, and it goes for £6 on eBay. Then another Defenders of the Earth. This time it is the cartoon series. I think this has got 2 episodes. Yeah, 2 episodes on the VHS. And yeah, once again, anytime I see these, I will always pick them up. I will admit it's not a series that I see too often out and about. So yeah, really happy that I was able to get that off the collector. So with that one, paid £1 again for that one. It goes for £7 on eBay. And then the last VHS, this wasn't anything that I particularly sort of put my name to. I've never seen it. I will admit I've never even heard of it before getting this VHS. And that is Spider-Woman. So yeah, I'm assuming that this was a sort of Spider-Man spin-off. Jessica Drew. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about the series. As I say, I've never heard of it. There's probably a massive fan base out there now screaming at the screen how could I have not have heard of this. Yeah, I will admit I've just never heard of it. I'm sorry. So yeah, this was in with the VHSs, so I was happy to add it in because, as I say, it was something different. So once again, paid £1 for that one. Looking it up online, they go for about £8 on eBay. Then, right, so this next one, I actually picked up at the boot fair. So this collector was actually selling at the boot fair. So I saw this and decided to just grab it. And that is a PlayStation DualShock 4 cushion. And I just thought this was so cool. It is an official PlayStation product as well. So yeah, had it not been a sort of an official Sony product, I wouldn't have picked it up. But the fact that it was an official Sony product, I thought, you know what, I've got to grab it. It is not something you see every day. So I've paid £1 for that one. Looking it up online, they go for £10 on eBay. And yeah, I just thought that was a bit of fun. It's a shame it doesn't have the controls in. You can't sort of sit there playing it like that. Right, so back to the other bits that I bought off him, and the next lot are a couple of strategy guides. So if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know anytime I see strategy guides, I'm just like, I'm off to the flame and I will always pick them up. So the first one that we've got is Scarface, The World Is Yours. The good thing with this one is it is complete, so it has got the giant map in there as well. So yeah, that's a really good one. That one paid $7.50 for that. Looking it up online, it goes for about £17 on eBay. Then we get on to a hardcover one. So this is Batman Arkham Origins. So this is the special edition hardback strategy guide. And yeah, I've got a couple of the sort of special edition hardback versions. And yeah, I just think I like them. Do you know what I mean? They're strategy guides. I'll always pick them up. But if I'm honest, I actually prefer the paperback ones because I'm hoping sort of at some point to actually put a shelf dedicated to all of the paperback strategy guides. So yeah, as I say, still happy to have it in the collection, but yeah, probably find somewhere else to display that. That one we paid £3 for that, and that one goes for £25 on eBay, so that was a really good pickup. Then carrying on with the Batman theme, we've got the paperback version of Batman Arkham Knight. So once again, this is these are the spines that I look for, the sort of the orange and white ones. I just think once I can get them on the shelf, having sort of them all in a row, it's going to look really good. So that one we paid £3 again for that. That goes for £5 on eBay. And what I will say is, one thing I have found is with the paperback strategy guides, they do tend to command a lot lower price than the special edition ones. So yeah, that doesn't bother me in respects, because for me, I've got no intention on selling my collection. I collect what I like to collect. But yeah, for the little one, when they come to sell the collection after I've pegged it, they'll then care. Right, so next up we've got another hardcover special edition, but this one is actually sealed, and this is the Battlefield 3 collector's edition. So yeah, as I say, it is still sealed. I am going to keep it sealed. I've got no intentions on opening it, and yeah, it was offered, so I was always going to take it, and yeah, really happy to have that one. Once again, paid £3 for that, and actually once again it goes for £25 on eBay. So yeah, really happy with that. So both the collector's editions that we got here both sell for about £25, so really good there. And then the final strategy guide we've got is the paperback version of Killzone 2. So this is a game that I haven't put too much time into when it comes to the sort of Killzone franchise. The main one that I've done is the Killzone Shadowfall. So that come bundled in with my PS4 when I picked it up. So yeah, that's the only one that I've really put any time into. The other ones I haven't actually had a chance to sort of sit down and play them. So it's something I need to sort of get some time in and actually run through the franchise at some point. But I think with this one, was this the one that had all the controversy, where it was they were using sort of like upscaled and more detailed graphics in the E3 trailer than what was actually in the game when it released. I know, a common trick, but yeah, I think that was Killzone 2. So for that one, once again, paid £3 for that. That one actually goes for £11, so that's not a bad price on that one. And then the last couple of bits that I got off this collector was a couple of PC games. So the first one that we got, and these are all big box PC games. And then we've got Eastern Front, not one that I've ever heard of. Actually looks like basically an isometric strategy game. A bit like the sort of Command and Conquers. Those are the ones that I probably most relate to this, because those are the ones that I've played most. So yeah, I'll be honest, for me, it was a big box PC game, so it was always going to get picked up. I will be honest, I need to stop getting big box PC games. I've literally run out of space up on the shelf, and I think we got one in last week's video when we were out of the storage unit, and I still haven't found a place to put that. So yeah, the big box PC games that I've got here are going to be going in the same place for now until I can find somewhere to store them. But for this one we paid $7.50. Looking it up online, it goes for £25 on eBay. So yeah, really happy to have that one. Right, so this next one was a bit of a problematic one, and that is Rift, the collector's edition. So the reason I say it was problematic, so as I was going through it, I actually realised that there was a couple of bits missing, and then when I looked online to try and get hold of them, they were nigh on impossible, or if you were going to get them, you were going to spend stupid money. So the two bits that were missing in this was a branded USB stick and a mouse mat. Now, I think I could find the USB stick, but you were looking at, I think it was something like $40 plus $25 in shipping. And I was like, there's no way I'm paying that for a USB stick. And then this morning, literally the morning just before I was about to film this, an eBay listing popped up, and it was perfect for me. It really was, because it had the USB stick, it had the mouse mat, and it also had the game. So I was like, and it's once again, it was over in America, and I was like, the seller basically just started it as an auction, but would accept offers. And I know that this seller had previously had it listed for about $11, I think it was. So I sent him over an offer of $10, and then he had something like $20 off, or something, 15 to 20, about $15 I think it was, in shipping. So yeah, I chucked him over the offer, sort of hoping he would accept, and then yeah, about an hour later I got the message to say that he'd accepted it. So I was like, amazing. So what I'm going to do is once they arrive, I'm going to put the USB stick and the mouse mat in here to make this complete, and then I will probably just resell the game and try and get whatever I can back from what I've paid buying them. But yeah, happy now to have this complete. So yeah, looking forward to those arriving. For this one, we paid £8 for it. Looking it up online, it goes for £17 on eBay. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'm not sure what the game sells for on its own, so I'll look that up once it arrives, but I'm hoping that maybe I can get sort of £10–15 back on that, and yeah, just sort of bring it in line. But yeah, as I say, sort of happy to have this, and yeah, happy to have it with the other bits that were missing now. Okay, and we've got one more PC game that we got from this collector, and that is Star Trek Generations. So this is a game that I'd seen about and been wanting to add it in, because I've actually got quite a few of the Star Trek games. So we've currently got the Omnipedia, Star Trek Klingon, and then I've actually got a couple of just disc only. So I've got like the Star Trek Borg, which I do want to get that in the. I do want to get another copy of that boxed. That copy actually come from my cousin when I was younger. So yeah, it's one that I want to get. So whenever I see the Star Trek games, I will always pick them up. And what I liked about this one is, as well as it being in sort of really good condition, it also comes with the exclusive colour prints. So there's 4 prints in here. Looking it up online, I couldn't find any listings that had the prints included. So yeah, that is looking like it's going to be a really rare addition to this big box PC game. So I paid £5 for this, and as I say, the copies that I could find online that didn't have the art prints goes for about £12. So yeah, happy with that, and yeah, one that I'm actually looking forward to giving it a go, actually, seeing what it's like. But once again, I'm going to need the what am I calling it? The old PC. So I don't know whether I'm probably going to do Windows 98. So yeah, fingers crossed I'll be able to get the time to do that soon. Okay, so now we are going to move on to the Thamesmead boot fair, and yeah, I have to admit that was, let's say it's very different from the boot fairs that I normally go to. I found the people there were a lot more aggressive, a lot more grabby, and yeah, it just was, yeah, just very different. Obviously, I grew up in London, so I'm fine with that sort of way. Fairly used to it, to be honest. But yeah, it took me back at the very first. So the first set of games that I got, I'll go through these and then I'll lead into the story of that incident, shall we say. So yeah, me and Nicky walked up to this stall, and then he saw this box that had loads of PS1 stuff in. He got me out a rack of games, so I was looking through the rack, and then while I was looking through, someone else swooped in and bought the rest of the box. They did actually try and take the rack out of my hands, at what point they were told sort of sling your hook, we're looking at these, they weren't included in your deal. So yeah, I weren't going to be pushed about, shall we say. So the first game that we've got is Tekken on the PS1. Now when I was first looking at my app, it said that I had Tekken, but once I've looked into it a bit more, it's actually the Platinum version, and it's not the cardboard version. So yeah, I think this is only the second game that I've got in the cardboard sleeve. I think the other one that we've got is Mortal Kombat 3, I think it is. So yeah, happy to have that, and yeah, obviously it's now a black label version instead of the Platinum version. So I've actually paid 50p for each of these games, so really chuffed with that. Looking this up online, it goes for £18 at CEX, £25 on eBay, so yeah, a really good score there. Then we also got Black Label Tekken 2. So once again, this was, I don't think we actually had any copies of Tekken 2 in the collection, so yeah, really happy with that one. Once again, 50p, £12 at CEX, £10 on eBay. Then we've got the Platinum version of Tekken 3. So for this one, we had the black label. We didn't have the Platinum version. So yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not massively fussed about Platinum versions. I will get them if they're there. And to be quite honest, paying 50p for it, I'm going to add it in anyway. So yeah, 50p for that, £12 at CEX, £15 on eBay. And then the last one that we got was Tomb Raider Black Label. So yeah, this one's a bit of a unique one. So obviously pretty much every version of the Black Label that you're going to see is going to be this the double case, the single, the sort of standard PlayStation case version. They are out there, that they are extremely expensive because they were released in such limited numbers. I think what happened was they were released and then recalled. So yeah, if you can get hold of a black label version in the normal PlayStation case, they are extremely valuable. But I didn't have a copy of the black label version. I did have, I think we've got a platinum version on the PS1, but yeah, not the black label. So yeah, happy to have this one now. Once again, 50p paid for that, £10 at CEX, £18 on eBay. So now moving on to all of the issues. So while I was actually at this stall buying the PlayStation games, I actually asked the seller, have you got any other video games? And they were like, yeah, we've got a bag of, I think it was PlayStation 2. And I was like, oh brilliant, I'd be really interested in having a look once that comes out. And basically by the time it came out, I saw someone put it down. So I was like, oh, was there any chance I could just go and have a look? And the woman was like, yes, go right ahead. And I was sort of went to start looking through it, and the guy was like, no, it's mine. I was like, I just couldn't understand. And basically what happened is he bought it round the back of the van, lorry, whatever you want to call it, and I didn't realise. I was like, no problem mate, not a problem. I didn't realise you bought it. Sort of, I was a bit miffed because it was a massive bag full of PS2 games and he got it for next to nothing. A bit like the guy with the PS1 stuff, got it for next to nothing. But yeah, so yeah, missed out on that one. And then a bit later on in the morning, I come up to this stall and I see some gaming bits. So I think it was like an Xbox One that I saw there, and then a couple of controllers. So I'm looking through, and I sort of said to them, oh, have you got anything else? and they start bringing some bits out, and they basically put a Game Gear down. So I'll pick it up to have a look at it, and this same guy that bought the PS2 games literally comes along and tries to snatch it out of my hand. And I'm like, what the hell? I wanted to say other things, but I was on camera. I mean, if I hadn't been on camera, I would have probably kicked off. But the seller come through and basically sort of took it off him, told him to sling his hook, and yeah, it just was what it was. But it was just completely uncalled for, and I'm like, you just don't do that. So this is where I was sort of saying it was very aggressive up there. And as I say, it's not just that instant. I saw other people, or other buyers, sort of literally ripping things out of sellers' hands just to get it before other people. And yeah, it was sort of very different. But yeah, as I say, that seller basically told him sort of sling his hook. He wasn't going to let him have anything. So I carried on looking, and what made me absolutely die with laughter is that he wanted to basically have a fight over a Game Gear, when what he actually missed was probably worth 10 times more than the Game Gear. And that is a Game Boy Micro. And yeah, as soon as I saw that, I literally grabbed it and I kept it in my hands, because I've only ever seen one of these at a boot fair, and that was at the normal Sunday boot fair. And what happened was I was focused on a boxed PS1. So the boxed PS1 that's actually up on the top of my shelf. And yeah, then the guys that were next to me were looking for a box. They pulled one of these out, and I think they got it for like a £5 or something stupid like that. It was in very similar condition to this one, actually. It was missing the front plate. But yeah, I was miffed because it was one of the ones that I'd really wanted for the collection. And as I say, that was probably about 2 years ago. But yeah, even to this day, it's still sort of grated on me that I missed out on that just to get a boxed PS1. I know which I'd much rather have had. So yeah, I saw this literally lying on the ground. It was lying on the ground. I'll show you, literally just like that. So it had the power cord sticking out the top of it, and yeah, he was more interested in arguing with me over a Game Gear. And I'm like, if I'd seen this before, I'd like, have the Game Gear. I've got this. You know what I mean? So yeah, the seller brought me out a whole load of stuff, but I just wasn't able to pay the prices that they were asking. And then I asked them what they wanted for this. They said £20, and I was like, it's a steep price, but I'm like, I'm going to pay it because I've just never. They're not something that come up often. And actually, it did come with a game as well. It's also got Rayman 3 in it as well. So I have powered it on, or tried to power it on. It doesn't power on, unfortunately, so I think looking at it, it's in really good condition. But I think what we're going to have to do is replace the battery, and obviously it does need a new front bezel, but that I have gone and done, because there you go, I've ordered one online. It's not an official Nintendo one, but for now it will do to make it look a bit less unsightly. So yeah, as I say, from my perspective, I am so happy to have that in the collection. It's a shame that I couldn't have got some more of the bits that seller had. They had a couple of switches there. They had loads of controllers and things like that. But yeah, the prices that they wanted were just sort of too high for me to be able to pay on the day, which was a shame. Because as I say, I would have definitely had more stuff off them. But yeah, this one, as soon as I saw that took the priority for me. Over anything else, I was having that. So whatever they asked, I was going to pay. So yeah, as I say, I paid £20 for that. Looking it up online, they go for £115 at CEX, and £110 on eBay. So I think looking it up online, I think I can get a battery for about £10 to £15. So I'm going to get a battery, get that fitted, and hopefully that will bring it all back to life. But yeah, whatever I need, whatever parts I need to get for it, I'm going to get. And what I'll do is, if it needs anything more than the battery, we'll jump on and we'll do a repair video for it. And yeah, for the faceplate, I paid $9.95. I think one of the big reasons that I got this one instead of the official one was because the official ones were going for about 30 to 40 quid. and I just can't afford that at the moment. I really can't. So yeah, I've bought that one for now, and then, as I say, at some point in the future I will update it so that it's got a genuine one on it. But yeah, so yeah, that was, as I say, it was a really sort of interesting trip out to Thamesmead, and yeah, it's somewhere I will go back to again. Definitely not dissuaded from going back, but at the moment, sort of for me, the priority sort of sits with the local boot fairs, and then sort of as they sort of close and we move into the winter season. Then I'll be looking for other places, so I can see if Thamesmead's still going, then we might pop back up there one weekend. But yeah, with that said, that is it for today's video. So before we wrap up, let's quickly run through the totals. So total spent was £124 and 22p. I've got no clue where that 22p comes from. I think there's a combination between the £9.95 and the £8.27. That's probably it. So total value, if we've got everything at CEX, would have been £250 and 75p. And to get everything from eBay, we were looking at £498 and 50p. So yeah, absolutely monumental saving from both CEX and eBay. And yeah, really happy to have those, and absolutely over the moon to have the Game Boy Micro finally in the collection. So yeah, that is going, once I can get these, once I get the box Game Boy games off the shelf, that I'm going to get a stand for it, and it's going to go front and centre on the Game Boy shelf. But yeah, with that said, that is going to wrap it up for today. But before you head off, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, bye!